I'm going to be here showing off my 60 card ABC pile. It's a 60 card deck, blah blah blah. Now, I'm going to ask you, the audience, a question. Can you think of a way to fix this deck? It's not a bad deck. It's actually pretty good. It can throw out a whole bunch of negates. Its main game plan is to stop your opponent from building a board on their turn. And then, when your turn comes back around, you hit them in the face. Really, really hard. With your monsters. Don't punch your opponent. If you punch your opponent, you will get disqualified, and you don't want to get disqualified. Or you're online and you can't punch your opponent. Anyway, if you have any ways you think of being able to fix this deck or make it better, leave it down in the comments. I'm going to go over the deck so you can see what it actually is so far. To start with, I'm going to go with through the little Horus engine. We have 3 copies of Glory. We have 1 copy of Protector and 1 copy of Guardian, as well as 2 copies of King Sarcophagus. That's next we have the Therion King Regulus with 1 copy of the Therion Colosseum. We have two copies of Diabellstar, the Dark Witch. If you want to see Diabellstar in D&D 5e, I have a video on that. We have 1 copy. We have 3 copies of the Wanted poster. We have 1 copy of the Snake Eye. We have 1 copy of the one that summons a tuner from the deck. We have the Trap card. We have 2A, 3B, and 2C. We got then 3 copies of Union Hanger and a Union Driver. We have, we're going to go over the Adventure package. We have 3 copies of Water Enchantress. We have 3 copies of Rite of Adventure. We have 2 copies of Faithful Adventure. We have 1 copy each of a Legal Knight and Wandering Griffin Rider. We also have 1 copy of the Rideable Dragon. And then we have a Vsauce with the Scareclaw Field Spell. We got the Dragonity that searches out Dragon Ravine. We got Earth of the Yangzing, Light of the Yangzing, and the Counter Trap Yangzing card that can get anything. 2 copies of 2 copies of this, so we can go deeper into our deck. One just Druido the Lost Dragon. This is just there for Small World, which we have 3 copies of. We also have Set Rotation, so we can get more of our field spells out. Speaking of field spells, we get 1 copy of Terraforming. And to make sure our opponent doesn't Ash or Terraforming, we got Foolish, Call by the Grave. But if we ever need Destrudo or Water Enchantress into the graveyard, we got Foolish for that. We got 1 copy of Junk Synchron. And that's about the entire main deck. Let's go down to the extra. It's 15. We got ABC, 2 of those. 1 Baron de Fleur. We got 1 Ancient Fairy because it's limited to 1. We got 1 1 copy of Dang Long, the first of the Yangzing. I forgot what this thing's name was. We got 1 copy of Herald of the Arclight. We got 1 copy of number 34? No, we got 1 copy of number 90. 1 copy of number 38. We got 1 copy of Flare Metal. We got 1 copy of Underworld Goddess. We have 1 copy of Appaloosa. We have 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn. We have 1 IP Masquerader, 1 Platinum Gadget, and 1 SP. This is how the deck is right now, and give me a second. This is an example end board you can make with this deck. This end board, we can go through it to show it off. We got Baron de Fleur, which is 1 Omni Negate. We got King, which is another Omni Negate. We got the face down card, which turns into an Omni Negate. That's already 3 pieces of interaction. But with that face down card, we get to turn it into another Omni Negate as we turn to Arclight. That turns into 4 pieces of interaction. IP is going to turn into an SP, so that's another interaction, which turns into 2 more interaction. We also got ABC, which is 1 more piece of interaction that turns into another piece of interaction. So that's about 9 pieces of interaction. It's called Disruption. Most of those are Omni Negates, or banishes off the field, or something to do with making it so your opponent can't replay. With the SP, a really nice combo you can do is use your SP Little Knight with its effect. If this card's link summoned using a fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link monster as material, you can target one card on the field or in either graveyard, banish it. Also, your monsters can't attack directly with this turn. If it's done during opponent's turn, it literally doesn't matter. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including a monster you control. Banish both of them until the end of phase. So what you do is you banish your Baron de Fleur that already used its effect, because it's once while face up in the field, banish it, and when it returns to the field, it's now a new copy, sort of. So it can reuse its Omni Negate. Fun! Also, I don't have a side deck because I only really practice this in one-on-one games. I don't practice it in matches. But if you want to throw in a side deck, just show off how powerful it can be. And if someone wants to take it to a tournament, go ahead. You can cog my deck 1-for-1. I would like if you shout me out. If you go up and win something, tell someone it was me who gave you the deck. But as long as you can win. Oh, and this obviously uses the most recent TCG ban list. And there isn't that many cards that are on the bin limit list. Just 2 cards in the extra, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in the main. Well, that's all for this video. If you want to leave a comment about how you would improve the deck, and I will even try it if I find it to be good enough, or hell, if you leave any comment saying how you want to improve the deck, I'll make a video about it. Also, you should click the like button and top deck the subscribe button. You're only missing 1 piece of Exodia. If you can draw that 1 piece, you can win this game. Oh, that's not Exodia. That's that's true Exodia. The really useless monster that if you have all 5 pieces of Exodia on the field, it replacing the head, of course, you lose the game. Good luck next time.